Oh. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Uh, okay. All right. Well, that was the haul. 17. Hmm. Empower. How much is that worth? Oh, it's already corrupted. Oh, poo. Well, shit. I might as well fucking level it. It's always those boots. But what? What was that? Ooh, leather belt and a leather hood. Man, this fucking spider was kinky. All right. Welcome. Hopefully you enjoyed the little intro there. I decided I was going to record a bunch of different segments to this video and kind of explain everything, but I realize, and I understand this, I get easily distracted and I go off rail. That's the whole reason that my podcast is I named it Incoherent Ramblings of a Gamer. It's just the way I think, and I don't like the script stuff. So what I decided to do instead of the ridiculous like 20 or 30 minutes that those videos ended up coming out to. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. What do we got here? Well, it's a rogue farm. Now, of course, the goal is to kind of try to get yourself a like Rain of Splinters or something similar, but it's also just fun. It's forces you to get a bunch of corrupted items, lots of fusings from six links, sometimes even well rolled six links, and just the occasional good unique that drops with a corrupted modifier that's already there for you. So let's get out of the way everything that I used to set it up. I'll go over the tree over here, and then I'll explain what I'm going to do for the next 50 because this is only 50 maps so far. First off, sextants. We use the rogue sextant that gives you more rogue exiles and the jewels that they drop. Strongbox sextant just increases the amount of strong boxes. Hunted traders just adds a couple extra unique monsters because the big sextant is everything that unique monsters drop are corrupted. So spent about 8 divines buying all 100 of those. Then we went with 100 Legion, Torment, Reliquary, all rusted, and then Polished Ambush. Now, Ambush was added to this and in the tree to increase the possibility running into Rogue Exiles. That was about 9 divines too. I don't quote me on the market price. I bought this almost a week ago. I did this in between just my regular gameplay and streaming and what have you. So the maps that we ran, I shouldn't say we. It's just me. The maps that I ran were coves and icebergs. Now, what would have been better? I think coves should have been city square or just all icebergs because I wanted to maximize the amount of bosses. Coves and iceberg happens to be connected, so I was able to farm those easier. So that's why I ended up doing that. And then while I was running my 50, I put on city square and iceberg for my favorites and was able to pull out enough of the two to replace the coves for the second 50. Split right down the middle, 25 coves and 25 icebergs. Once that was done, we were able to pretty much replace everything and get it set up for the next half. I did this in chunks of 25, so I changed a few things after the first 25, and we'll probably change again 50 and at 75, but we'll see. The first 25 maps, I threw Alba on there, and I also spec'd it so that we had. This might not actually show it. Oh, no, it does. Right over here, we had the Vol Merchant. That was the only thing added because we were forcing Alba anyway. So it gave us 2 more unique monsters into the fold. We also I didn't do it on. I didn't purposely roll it, but every time I had Beyond, it was really a benefit because you usually got the uh, the Beyond boss almost every time. So that was also very helpful. I rolled Legion on the first half. I, I rolled Legion all the way through the 50, but for the first half, the first 25 maps, I did not run into generals very often. Now I ran rusted, so you're not forcing generals. However, I did take the 60% node. It still was really strange. Um, However, I guess technically speaking, after 50 maps, which isn't even a very good statistic, I still ran into uh, probably closer to 80%. The thing was, the generals were, some maps had both and some maps had none. So it was kind of a wash on that. So the total amount was somewhere between 40 and 45. That was the same with our deli bosses as well. Deli, I've tried to force. I threw deli orbs on stuff. Those were all self farmed as well, and I didn't care about what the deli orb was. It was just to force delirium onto the maps, and we got quite a few bosses through that. It was the same thing, about 40 to 45. However, just like with Legion, you can run into both bosses in one map, so that's what it ended up averaging out to. For the first 25, again, we did Alba. I'm sorry, not Alba, but Cassia. The bosses that spawn in Blight seem to be connected and drop corrupted items. It was dropping out of the pump, but for some reason, even though we respect a few different places to increase the spawn chance of Blight, we only got it about 4 times out of 25. It was really strange. So I didn't. I don't think I'm going to keep that. Plus, I don't think it's really beneficial. I didn't really get anything out of it. So for the second 25 maps, we took Alba off. I took Blight and Harbinger off, and then I added Breach. Breach, however, was just as bad as Cassia. It spawned a lot more frequently, but it was still really bad. And yes, it shows that Breach is blocked here, but that was after like 3 maps. This is when I took the photo right off the bat, and I forgot to remove that. Once I got about 3 maps in, I was like, wait a minute, I'm not getting any breaches. So I noticed that and removed it. So it was actually like 22 maps. But still, it was such a low spawn rate for breach. I have no idea why. Um, I think I think there was more or less 5, maybe 6 maps that spawned a few different breaches. So again, it was really, really weird. I didn't put a lot of points into other stuff for breach. In fact, this isn't indicative of. Actually, no. You know why? That's what it was. This is the one that had the breach on it. My mistake. So yeah, there you go. Anything else? Beyond, again, we got quite a few bosses whenever we had Beyond on it. We ran the Anarchy, obviously, for the rogues, and on the map device. And then our results, we got about 150 tier 14 maps, about 30 divines worth of currency. Out of that, about 5 divines were just bubblegum currency, and then 25 raw divine. If you saw at the beginning of the video, I got 17 just from the one because I got that super lucky altar, so I wouldn't count that. Uh, we had about 12 or so well rolled, regular kind of unique jewels, like your efficient training and stuff like that. So they were max 24 rolls. About 15 to 20 corrupted rares and uniques that had good stats on them that were worthy of, 10, 20, 30C. We got a Poet's Pen, a Brass Dome, a Coward's Trial. That was like the best map that we found. Uh, the Brass Dome was the best, I think, unique that we found. I thought Poet's Pen was worth more, but apparently it is not. For Fractured, we actually got a couple good fractures. We got a +1 to all spell skill Scepter on a pretty decent base. I can't remember the base off the top of my head. Actually, let me see if I can find that. Here is a small tab. This was the end of the run. This was a small tab worth of currency. Some of this stuff is garbage, I know, but these were the big ones right here. So you have quite a lot of stuff in these tabs. right here, and that up there in the top where my hand is, where the cursor hand is, that scepter is the one. I think that's an opal scepter that had the +1. The bow or the bow actually rolled +1 uh projectile or arrows, but it's a 85 base, so it's kind of unfortunate. These boots down here rolled 14% spell suppression fracture. So again, another really good one. So all these jewels, tons of jewels, and again, bubblegum currency. I have a tendency to pick that stuff up. I didn't remove it from my filter. That's my fault. I'll fix that in the second half. Another thing, we got some league tinctures and charms. Nothing of note. And then we got 2 memories. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and try to figure out where the hell they are in these pictures, but one of them is the harvest one, where all the harvests, the crops are like all different colors and really congested. And then the other one is the one where you kill, and Einhard helps you kill harvest beasts, and you get the special crafts. So we got a couple of those. Those are worth some cash too. So this is the tab of just your corrupted jewels. I'd say close to the amount of crimsons here. That was the next quad tab. I don't have the picture for that, but the next quad tab actually has unique jewels. Some of them rolled really well. We did get a couple that were worth some cash. A perfect healthy mind, and 2 perfect, I guess 20% reduced duration to dusts, and they all sold for, I think it was like maybe a total of, I want to say close to 3 divines for the complete set there. Not to the same person. The 2 dusts with the same person as you saw in the beginning of the video. And yeah, I didn't get a lot in here. There's some that were worth maybe 50, 60 C because they had good implicit corruptions, but a lot of this stuff was crap. Turned it all into vendor trash. Pumped out a bunch of undiscovered jewels. I ID'd them all and corrupted them all. Same deal. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, you know. There's nothing you can do about that. So, again, that is how this whole thing went down. According to this, I'm going to change a little bit of it. I'm thinking I'm going to remove Breach. I'm also going to move Eater of Worlds. I'm going to bring it over to Exarch. We're going to do Exarch for the next half. You know, split it down 50-50. I think everything else is fine. The Delirium is just bonus stuff. It's not necessary. This one here is helping us get the mirrors if we don't put on Delirium orbs on our maps. I don't know what else I should change on here to maybe change some stuff around. I have considered oh my god, I can't remember the name of this jewel or this node, but the one that changes the your quantity to rarity. I was thinking maybe I'll do the next 25 maps with that on it, because with the league mechanic and everything, maybe that'll help. I don't know if that'll help with corrupted jewels, in the sense of getting like the more rare ones like Rain of Splinters or something like that. So I'll take a look at that. Maybe we'll do 25 maps like that, and yeah, again, total amount that I came out after vendoring all my crap, after clearing all my inventories and selling some stuff and the raw currency, I'm guesstimating, because I unfortunately lost the spreadsheet that I was doing. I need to do one on Google or something like that, because I kind of screwed that up. I can't find it, but I do remember it was close to 60 divines after everything was done. So if 50 maps cost me about 20 to 25 divines for all the materials to run everything, and then self-farmed all the maps, we still profited almost double that, or actually over double that. So it's not a bad farm. It would have been nice to get a Rain of Splinters or something, or even any unique for that matter that was worthwhile, but what are you going to do? If you guys have any ideas, I am going to start running them again tomorrow, or actually later today. And then maybe, just maybe, we'll come out on top with some good stuff in the next video. Other than that, it is holiday season. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas or a Happy Holidays or a Happy New Year. Whatever it is that you're celebrating right now, I hope everything is going well. I hope you're in a good place, and I hope you're with good people. I want you all to take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon.